Roman Reigns, used Kevin Owens' idea of this steel chair erection to destroy Reigns. Steel chair erection, chair erection. Chair erection.
What is up? I'm Pete, Last Guy, and this is Raw Emotion, where I take a look at this week's Monday Night Raw. And I tell you a little bit about what I think and a lot about how I feel. Real quick, first of all, let's just run over some of the main points of the Royal Rumble. We do not have a new Women's Champ. We do not have a new Universal Champ. We do have a new World Champ. And we have new Tag Team Champs. And Randy Orton won the Rumble. I think that's it. So this week's Raw opened up with the co-champs, the Universal Champ, Kevin Owens, and the US Champ, Chris Jericho, doing a promo in the ring. Kevin Owens was loud, he was impassioned. All the promos tonight, I felt like, not all of them, most of the promos tonight were these real passionate, were good. Were really, really good. This was a promo-heavy night, and there were some quality promos, and I loved what Kevin Owens was doing in the ring. And he passes it off to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho talks for a little bit, and then Braun Strowman comes out and demands the title shot that you promised. I'm going to stop trying to do that. I'm just going to stop. Demands the title shot that Kevin Owens promised him. Shows footage of Kevin Owens promising him that. Kevin Owens denied he ever said such a thing. But Mick Foley goes ahead and makes that match official. So that's going to be big match later in the evening. Universal Championship on the line. Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. But Braun leaves. Kevin leaves. Chris stays where he is though because he has a match against Sami Zayn. Real good match. Couple of workhorses, these guys. I think these are the two dudes that spent the most time in the Rumble match on Sunday. Chris Jericho being, as he named himself, the 61-minute man, loving it, and I think Sami Zayn was in there for about 47 minutes. So it was a good match. You got both these guys doing what they do best. You got almost all of the classic Sami spots, yeah, the moonsault off the barricade, that rope running tornado DDT that he does, the Blue Thunder Bomb, which got kicked out of because that's just what happens with the Blue Thunder Bomb. He tried for the diving through the ropes in the corner thing that didn't pan out, but he did end the match by exploder suplexing Jericho into the corner, setting him up for the haluva kick, and 1, 2, 3, it's over. Good match. Sami went over. Exactly what should have happened. Good booking, good wrestling. Moving on. We got a backstage segment where Cesaro and Sheamus are arguing because that's what they do, and Bayley shows up and, you know, is the peacemaker. Let's all group hug it out, and just Sheamus is just like, I don't like it. And of course they're interrupted by their heel Bizarro Universe equivalents, Charlotte, the women's champion, and Anderson and Gallows, the new tag team champions, and, you know, we're mean. Oh, stop being mean. We're good guys. We're mean. Wrestling. One thing I do want to mention is that Charlotte asked Bayley, hey, oh, it's a beautiful picture. Is that going to go in your scrapbook? Titled Shattered Dreams? No, Charlotte. No, because that is Goldust's thing. Do you even watch wrestling? Charlotte, do you? Let's talk Cruiserweights over in Cruiserweight Corner. I guess Cruiserweight Corner is just this side of the frame. It's not even a corner, it's just a wall. I just moved to the wall when I say that, it's stupid. But in Cruiserweight Corner, we got a match between Tony Nese and Mustafa Ali, and I'm really, the more I see of Mustafa Ali, the more I like him. Good match, high energy, this guy, he's got a good moveset. Tony Nese, however, if a stock photo became a wrestler, right, that's Tony Nese. And he gets the win over Mustafa Ali, and then Austin Aries goes out to interview him after the match and basically tells you what I just said about how, you know, some of your critics, not me, but some of your critics might say, hey, you're boring, you got your washboard abs, you got the personality of a washboard, what do you have to say about that? And Tony Nese just getting roasted by Austin Aries, comes back with this real zinger. The premier athlete doesn't have to listen to his critics. Bye. Yeah, you show him, Tony. Get him. So I don't know, maybe they're trying to set up some kind of a feud between him and Austin Aries, because Austin Aries, I mean, he's on commentary a lot, but he's still a wrestler, so I think that might be cool. Maybe flesh out the character of Tony Nese a little bit through that feud, build his character a little bit more. We'll see where it goes. Crossing my fingers for the Cruiserweights. And while we're in Cruiserweight Corner, I'm going to talk about the other segment later in the night where Neville Evil Neville, comes out to, you know, give his "hey, I won and I'm the champ now, suck it" promo. Rich Swann comes out, kind of cuts him off a little bit, comes out and says, "Now, you know, I'm not out here to fight you." He comes down to the ring and says, "I want to, you know, give you your respect. You're the best. You beat me. You got the championship. You are the champ. I'd like to shake your hand." Neville's like, "I'm sorry. You don't just shake your king's hand, man. You gotta kneel." Rich Swann's like, "Nah, I'm out." "No, you're not." Boom. And then there's a scuffle, and Rich Swann comes out on top, which was weird. I thought it would have been smarter to make Neville look stronger coming out of that on top, make him look like a real dominant heel champ, but whatever. Again, still fingers crossed for the Cruiserweights. I still love Neville as champ. I hope he stays that way for a long time, and he can keep feuding with Rich Swann. He's one of my favorites on the roster too. It's good stuff. Now we got the Seth Rollins and Steph McMahon in-ring confrontation, where basically Steph says, "I told Triple H to stay away," etc., and just, you know, does her whole heel manager thing, and Seth Rollins does his "I want to tear it all down, I'm gonna beat him up" thing, and it gets a little questionable though, because you got Seth Rollins talking about the way Steph looks at him, which, okay, I guess faces are just hitting on married women now, and that's just a thing that faces do on Raw, and we always have to accept that. Enzo's done it. Seth, I guess he's technically a tweener, but he's face-ish, he's over his heck. Now he's hitting on married women, so why not? Sure. And then on top of that, later, he implicitly threatens little bitty McMahons, little bitty McMahon Juniors, all them little kids. He's like, "You know, what's it gonna be like when I show up at your house and one of your kids answers the door? Huh? How does that end? He's not gonna, and one of your kids answers the door. Yeah. And then I politely ask to see their father." That's not where he's going with that, man. He's threatening children. But that prompts Steph to say, "Yeah, you know what? Just kidding. Triple H is coming, and he's coming for you, Seth. Hey, ha, hoo. Oh boy, excitement." And that segment is over and leads us into a mixed tag match, which I love seeing these. We've seen one or two of these recently on Raw. I like seeing more of these. It's the mixed tag between those two teams that kind of clashed backstage earlier. Charlotte and Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows and Bayley and Cesaro and Sheamus. Pretty good match. I not a whole lot to say, but there's a lot of standard, just good wrestling on this week. And not a lot of huge spots from this one, not a whole lot of crazy shenanigans, just a solid mixed tag match. And Bayley got the pin on Charlotte, which is smart. It's a good thing to do. Keeps the feud alive. Still makes Bayley look like, you know, we know she can pin Charlotte. She's just not going to do it on a pay-per-view until WrestleMania, because of course not. But the new tag champ still looked strong, and Charlotte cannot look anything but strong, frankly, even if she's getting pinned. So, overall good match. Good for the story, good for the characters. Good stuff. And that brings us into the Universal title match. Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. A match that I got real excited for from the very beginning when they told me it was happening. Because how? How does it end? Obviously, it's going to end with somebody getting DQ'd, because this title is not going to be transferred on this episode of Raw. It's not right. You know, you knew going into it something crazy was going to happen. You didn't know what. But that all aside, the match was fantastic. Kevin Owens makes his entrance, and then Braun Strowman makes his entrance, but pauses mid-entrance to just take a little detour to the announce table, kick Jericho right out of his chair, clear off the table, put Jericho through it, and then go to the ring. And I tell you, that's a lot more effective strategy of keeping Jericho out of the picture than that whole shark cage thing. If you want somebody to stay away from ringside, just send Braun in after them in the future, and that'll keep them from dropping brass knuckles. But they have their match, and it's a great match. Huge Braun mark, huge Kevin Owens mark, and for good reason. Yeah, these guys have such a high energy level for being the size and shape that they are, right? Which is not me saying that people shaped like those guys that can't have a high energy level or usually don't, but WWE doesn't usually show them as that. When you got bigger dudes like that, it's usually, you know, a little bit more slow going, a lot of big power moves and not a lot of ring psychology is usually kind of the way that plays out. But with these two dudes, none of that. It was just a solid, really good wrestling match with both guys looking stupid strong, and I loved it. The finish, though, not quite so fond of, because they're having their match, and it's going fantastically, and you're like, well, who is gonna win? Maybe this could go either dun 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 dun. Oh, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah, the crowd reacted to Roman Reigns coming out at the end of this match about the same way that they reacted to Roman Reigns coming out at the end of the Rumble match at number 30! Which is to say, with many, many, many boos. Just so many boos. The crowd was not excited, I was not excited, but Roman Reigns came out and demolished both dudes. Just wrecked them both. Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman taken out by Roman Reigns. I mean, if you want to make him look strong, I guess that's how. But I mean, at least Braun Strowman was up and walking around real quick after all that, so he still looks like Braun Strowman. But I guess we'll just see where this goes. I guess we've just got to wait and see where this goes, because obviously they want Roman in there for the Universal title contention beyond that Rumble match, so I don't know. Maybe it'll work out well. I just preferred if you just kept it to Kevin and Braun, because I love them, and I still like Strowman. I'm a big Strowman advocate, but I don't think he necessarily belongs in this storyline right now. But speaking of advocates, the next segment was a Brock Lesnar segment. Well, it was a Paul Heyman segment. I mean, come on. I'm not going to get into too much detail about Paul Heyman's promo that he gave, because, I mean, just watch it, first of all, because it's fantastic, and you should watch anything that Paul Heyman does. But I loved the yeah, but theme. If you saw the episode, his whole yeah, but thing, and he's such a dynamic speaker. This is one of the great things about Paul Heyman. This is why he's such a good performer and so good at doing what he does, is because he started off very low energy. You know, Brock has been beaten, and he's been defeated, and then he fluctuates. His tone gets a little higher, then he brings it back down again, and then he brings it back up. I just love that about Paul Heyman. It gets me hyped, it gets me into it. He's one of my favorite things about wrestling right now is Paul Heyman. So the bottom line is that Brock Goldberg, WrestleMania, supposedly one last time, but we've heard that before, haven't we? But regardless of whether it does end up being the last time or not, it's gonna be awesome, right? It's gotta be awesome. It has to be awesome. This needs to be awesome. And it can't end in 1:26 again, and I think they know that. I don't think they're gonna do that again, but that's what we thought before, and then the Rumble happened, and it was basically just another version of that. Spear, gone, bye-bye. Still, I can't not be excited. I'm excited. Okay, a couple more matches. Let's run through them real quick. Nia versus Sasha. It's basically just Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman, but this time, they're ladies. Nia just ragdolls Sasha for a while, hurts her real bad, submits her, bell rings, she keeps hurting her, Bayley comes out to help, etc. You know how this goes. The last match of the night, this was the last match of the night. Last match of the night was Enzo and Cass versus Rusev and Jinder. I hate the storyline, but it's almost worth it to get Rusev out there, because I love me some Rusev. I'm so torn on this whole arc, this whole feud, because I love the people involved and they deserve better. I don't know about Jinder Mahal, but everybody else deserves better. And I do love that they're actually calling him Handsome Rusev now, and he's got the nose guard. I think that's a cool touch. Emphasizing how handsome or dashing somebody is, and then give him a protective mask as part of the gimmick. It's original, it's new. But whatever, that match happened. I think Enzo and Cass went over. I honestly can't care anymore. But let's talk about Triple H. Triple H has been gone for so long, I forgot how good he is at promos, and he is good. He gets in there, gets in the ring, does his whole thing about how he made Seth Rollins, and now he's going to destroy him, and now Seth Rollins comes out, everyone's very hype, everyone's taking their clothes off, it's wrestling, it's not weird, I swear. We're getting ready to fight, and Seth Rollins is coming down to the ring, and he's gonna fight Triple H, and then, holy Joe! Okay. Yeah, you wanna know what it looks like to troll the marks? You have the Royal Rumble on Sunday, a match known for its surprise entrance and NXT call-ups and all that sort of fun stuff. And then the next day on Raw, you have Samoa Joe show up. That's how you troll the marks. That's how you troll me. But I don't care, because now Samoa Joe is here. Samoa Joe is on Raw. Samoa Joe is on Raw. He beats up Seth Rollins. Chokina clutches Seth Rollins. Passes out Seth Rollins. Show ends on a very angry, very mean-looking close-up of very sweaty Samoa Joe. And that's where we're at. Overall, I think this Raw, I'd say it was good. I'd say I enjoyed most of this, the vast majority of this episode of Raw. Good Raw after Rumble. I liked it. So, let me know if you did. Tell me in the comments, did you like Raw this week? What do you think should be different? Where do you think some of these storylines should go? What am I right about? What am I wrong about? Tell me what I'm wrong about. I love to disagree with you guys down there. I like disagreeing. It's fun. But that's all I've got for you today, this week on Raw Emotion. So, like the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. It's a button down there that says subscribe. You can get this stuff weekly. We do this every week. Review Raw. West review SmackDown. We do some pay-per-view videos and some little silly videos every now and then. But subscribe to catch that in your feed every week. Until then, I am Pete Last Guy. You've been a delight. And this match is over in 1, 2, 3. So on this week's Raw... the club, the Good Brothers, screw it, Anderson and Gallows, who are the new tag team Patipatupatupata. Just gonna do the whole thing again. Yep. Nia just ragdolls Charlotte. But that is all the time we have for today. This isn't a broadcast TV show. What am I...